Okay, so welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today at the second ambassador meetup of the first month of the ambassador program. My name is Isabel Godoy. I am the ambassador coordinator, but I work in Island Innovation as a project and account manager. So I'm really glad to see all of you and see some new faces and also previous ambassadors that have participated with us. So today I would like to introduce our agenda. So the first topic will be the introduction to island innovation. Then the second topic is Island Innovation Ambassador Program, because you have to know some things about the Ambassador Program, communication channels, certification criteria, networking time, and the upcoming events. So we will have time for questions. If you have any questions, you can write in the chat, and then we will answer all of the questions. So let me continue here. And the first topic is the introduction to Island Innovation. So Island Innovation is a social enterprise that works with private sector companies, governments, universities, NGOs, and utilities to connect them with the island stakeholders vital to the success of their sustainable projects. So you can visit our website. You will receive this presentation and you will have all of the necessary information regarding to island innovation and our team. So I would like to introduce you our team. James is with us today, and he is the leader of the ambassador program. So James, you can introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. Great to see all of your smiling faces. Thank you for being here. My name is James Ellsmore. I'm the director of Island Innovation. I've met a lot of you already. I'm based in Portugal. And for those of you I haven't met yet, looking forward to it. It's great to see. I'm just looking in the chat. I can see a lot of people in this call from the Caribbean, from Europe, Spain, Cayman Islands, Philippines, Panama, Papua New Guinea. It's amazing to see all of you in the chat joining in.
Okay, thank you so much, James. And we have Stacy with us too. So Stacy, you can introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. Great to see everybody this afternoon. Good afternoon from Barbados. I know it's good night other places and good morning some places. I'm Stacy Alvarez, and I am the community manager here with Island Innovation. So, get in touch with me. I'll put my email address in the chat. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out. It's great to see everyone.
Thank you, Stacy. Christian, are you there?
Yes, hello, everyone. I'm Christian Zucchino. I'm based on Margarita Island off the coast of Venezuela here in the Caribbean. I'm the Communications and Information Technologies Manager here at Island Innovation. And it's wonderful to see all of you here, people from St. Lucia, Mexico, Scotland, Puerto Rico, and all over the world.
Thank you so much, Christian. Aria, are you there?
Hi, everyone. I'm Aria. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm an Island Innovation Fellow. And I've mainly been helping with putting on the Ambassador Program. So it's very exciting to be here in the first meeting and to see all of you here.
Thank you so much, Aria. And you can see that I'm not alone today, and even in the Island Innovation team, because this year I'm working with more people involved in the Ambassador Program, and I'm really happy for that. I am from Chile. I am in Chile currently, but I live in Guatemala. So I have lived in many countries, so I'm kind of a remote worker. And here you can see the rest of our team, Alexander from Venezuela, people from around the world, Filipinas, Trinidad and Tobago. So you can see the diverse team from Island Innovation. And then our services is really important to tell you about our services, because you have to understand what is Island Innovation about. So the first one is the virtual event organization, the marketing services, speaking and coaching, including academic reports, analysis, and research, and remote work programs. And here you can see the upcoming events just to let you know more about Island Innovation. So James, you can explain a little bit more about that?
Yes, thank you, Isabel. Some of you might already be familiar with some of the events and programs we have going on. Just to clarify, these are not part of the Ambassadors program. They're other things that we're doing as Island Innovation. And I wanted to tell you about the Island Innovation Awards, if you haven't already seen them. The awards will be open until the 20th of February, so there's not much time left. But the idea of the awards is there are 12 categories ranging from women in SDGs, there are projects about renewable energy, there is a finance category, and these are open to any island around the world or group based on islands to apply to. We launched this with President Bill Clinton last year, and we have an amazing lineup for our jury. And so although there's only a few days left, we would really encourage you, and hopefully someone should put a link in the chat. We would really encourage you to share this with anyone in your community who you think deserves recognition and should take part. So these awards will be announced in April at our next event.
Thank you, James. And here we have the how you can live and work remotely in the Mediterranean island nation of Malta. It will be next week. So as I mentioned before, I am working in Island Innovation as a project and account manager. So this is one of the projects that we are coordinating and managing. So we will give you the information in the chat, how you can register and participate there, just to you can know, you can visit the island as a tourist destination, but also you can apply for the nomad residence permit. And the other upcoming event is this one. So Christian, I want to invite you to explain a little bit more about this event.
Thank you, Isabel. So we have an event coming next March 16 about how can community building help drive innovation for people and brands. And I'm posting the link in the chat so you can register for this event. We are going to cover some important topics. What are online communities and what makes them so powerful? How communities generate value, our experience with building a community of global islands, and the opportunities for your brand in 2022. We have a large community on our LinkedIn, Facebook groups, and also all of our social media channels. We have more than 40,000 people registered to our newsletter. So we're going to share how you can build a community for your own.
Thank you so much, Christian. And the next one is the Islands Finance Forum. So Stacy, you can explain a little bit more about that event?
Sure. So the Island Finance Forum, you can see that the theme is investment for sustainable development. So the Island Finance Forum is going to bring together policymakers, it's going to bring together NGO leaders, people from grassroots level, people in government to discuss how we can create access to financing and how financing is going to play a key role in a sustainable future for islands. It's a great opportunity to collaborate and to network as well and see how can you make your projects that you're working on become meaningful and actually have some funding and actually have collaborate and contribute to a better future for everyone. So I would really encourage everyone to register for this event. It's always a wonderful one and we look forward to it a great deal.
Thank you so much, Stacy. But now, no more about island innovation. So I will introduce you the Island Innovation Ambassador Program. So you have here some interesting topics that I would like to share with you. So the Ambassador Program began in 2019 with 2 ambassadors who contribute to the promotion of the islands in global discussion. I'm really happy to share with you that the ambassadors, the 2 ambassadors, are again with us this year. So we are really welcome them again in our network. So in its second edition in 2020, there were 150 ambassadors who were involved mostly in the creation of island innovation hubs. The majority of them were virtually, but some of them were physically. So it was really great to see, to have seen island innovation hubs in person. And last year, the challenge was ambitious. 350 plus ambassadors were able to learn and network through a training session. So it was new in the Island Innovation Ambassador Program. And so what do we expect in 2022? This year, you will have the opportunity to collaborate regionally with the fellow ambassador, expand your skill set to create positive, tangible changes in your community. And there will be more opportunities for you to contribute to the program. So our main focus this year is you as an ambassador and the leadership that you can contribute to your island. Then we have what is new this year. So something that is really new and necessary, the communication throughout Slack. So we are going to use Slack. We are not going to use WhatsApp anymore because it was a little bit bombarding for some of the ambassadors, and we think that the Slack is a good platform to share your information that you would like to share with other ambassadors. And we have new collaborators. We have training sessions, new training session partners, certification at the end of this year, and in-person hubs. So this is the goal. This year program to have in-person hubs. So I think it could be a good idea in order to travel around the world in order to participate at your hubs. And so 400 accepted applications in 2022. We thank all of you for making this possible, and a special welcome to all new applicants and new islands. We have new islands, and I'm really impressed to see new islands in Europe, around the Pacific, and we didn't have much involvement from Europe and the Pacific. Just I think the majority of the ambassadors were from the Caribbean, but this year we have a variety of ambassadors and a variety of islands. So we continue to prepare a more inclusive and diverse program for all because we have more islands involved. So thank you to all of the 2020 and 2021 reapplicants. This is really important. I can see some faces that are really familiar, and I'm really happy to see you again here. So you can see here some interesting information that in 2022 ambassadors are on the average of 41 years old. So our ambassadors are not young ambassadors, but we have students in our program, but the majority of the ambassadors are directors of organizations, funders, researchers, academics. So I think this is really interesting to see that a huge networking could be from this ambassador program. And 19 of current ambassadors participated in the 2020 and 2021 ambassador program. So this is really good. And this year we have a representation from 243 islands worldwide. 321 ambassadors have a LinkedIn account, 150 ambassadors have a Twitter account, and 142 ambassadors have an Instagram account. So you can see here that we can share our LinkedIn account in the chat, and let's connect all together. So
Isabel, I just wanted to add on that. You mentioned that our first year, we just had 2 ambassadors. We now have over 400, which is amazing in itself. But also the 2 ambassadors, our 2 honorary original ambassadors, are still in the program with us. So Sangeeta Lawless and Stephen Snyder, I saw, are both here. And they have continued with the program. I guess, is this the 3rd or 4th year, which is really amazing.
Yes, so thank you, Sangeeta and Stephen again. So here you can see some interesting information. Okay, you already know that the majority of our ambassadors are from Caribbean. Here is Central America, but no, we have like 10 ambassadors from Central America and the majority from the Caribbean. And this is really nice because Caribbean ambassadors are really involved in the Island Innovation Program. But something interesting that you can see that the second huge region is Europe. So this is really nice to have more European ambassadors in our network. Then we have from Asia and from North America, and from Asia we have a lot of people from Pacific, and so nice to see you, all of you here again. And then you can see the Island Innovation ambassadors by sector, and the majority of our ambassadors are from the private sector. Then we have NGOs, we have academia, we have public sector, students, and others. So the majority are from the private sector. I think this is maybe an opportunity, maybe not. So you can take your conclusions from this one. And then we have preferred initiatives by ambassadors 2022. So the first one is creating educational materials and resources. Then we have organizing hybrid event. I think the goal of have in-person events is really ambitious, but it happened in the first year of the pandemic. So why not this year again? It would be maybe better. And then the creating communication campaigns. And here is the third topic, the communication channels. And here I would like to explain you that our monthly sessions will be held on Zoom. So you have the Zoom tutorial. And why I added this here, because you can stay thinking now, why is I'm already in Zoom, but some of the ambassadors, they will watch the recording. And so you have the the Zoom tutorial here. So our communication this year will be throughout the Slack in order to communicate with other ambassadors. So Christian, maybe you can share the link in the chat in order to invite the ambassadors to join the Slack group. And then the final one is the WhatsApp group. So the WhatsApp group will be only to receive notifications from Island Innovation team. So it will be just to keep updated from us. And then we have this is the last topic before to go to the networking rooms. So this is the certification criteria, and this is new because last year we didn't have a certification. So you have to participate in one of the following activities. The first one is the weekly challenges. We will encourage you to participate. I mentioned in the morning that I really like to call challenges in test of activities, because I think it's better and more powerful. But it will be activities, weekly activities that we have prepared for you, and then organize Island Innovation Hubs, record a video. I remember that some years ago, a lot of ambassadors have record a video. So in order to promote their self, their islands, and our events as well. So I think it will be a really good opportunity to record a video and share more about your island and your participation as an ambassador. Then we have participate in one of our interviews. We will invite some of the ambassadors to participate in an interview and tell more about their islands and their role as an ambassador again. And write a blog post. So you can see the Stacy here is the community manager and the content creator. So you can help the content creation team writing a blog post that you can work together. And I think it will be a really good idea to share this blog post. And is sharing Island Innovation social media post in the group. So I will be tracking your your participation in the ambassador program. So I will have a spreadsheet, and I will take note of all of your movements in the ambassador program. And then we have a networking time. So if you have any questions before to go to the networking session, in the networking breakout rooms, you can write in the chat, and otherwise you can think at the breakout rooms, and then we will back, when we back from the breakout rooms, we can answer your questions. So James, we can go to the breakout rooms now.
Yes, and I won't mess it up like I did this morning. So everyone, there'll be about 6 or 7 people, and we'll come back in, you said 20 minutes, Isabel?
Yes, 20 minutes. 15 minutes.
15 to 20 minutes. We'll give you a 1-minute warning. So talk to everyone, have some conversations, and we will see you then. Thank you.
Okay, before to go there.
Over to you, Isabel.
Sorry. So, okay, so I hope you were having a good conversation. So maybe I would like to hear more from you now. So maybe let me select one ambassador to give a
Put someone on the spot.
testimony at the. Yes. So who could be? James? Do you have someone in mind? Maybe A.G. Perkins. Glad to see you here.
How was your break?
It was awesome. I just knew, Isabel, you were going to call on me, so it was too much energy coming out. So thank you. We had a great time. You know, we had a great group with us. One of the things that I learned, which blew me away, just blew me away, in our group, we had Rain, who is 20 years old, from Trinidad and Tobago, and then we had one of our other friends. I forget it. I know it starts with a C, but he was 15 years old. It was amazing. So I mean, I'm telling you guys this because, you know, and then you know, imposter syndrome sets in because we also have Azelle who's in our PhD, you know, program here. You know, so it's just when you look around at the quality of people that is here, you know, we've got the PhD candidate, and then we also have the younger generation that's sitting there saying, when I grow up, you know, in his introduction, he said, when I grow up, I want to become a lawyer. I'm sitting, when you grow up, and then we find out he's 15 years old, like, kudos to you, brother. Like, that's what we need as Islanders. We need our people getting involved early. So, you know, for those of us that are in the mix, that are in the grind, doing the work, these are the people that we got to look towards to say, we got to teach them. We got to help give them the tools that they need to help carry the torch, because, you know, in our group, we also had somebody that's coming out of retirement into his second life. So we had a great mix of people in our group. So I just, again, kudos to Island Innovation for bringing together such a robust group. Just in my group alone, we saw it. So it was awesome. Thank you.
That's really good to hear. Couldn't have rehearsed that better. Thank you.
You can pay me later, James. That was awesome.
No, but I think what is really great about this experience is, and our biggest challenge as the organizers, is the diversity of this group, obviously geographically, but also people working in all different areas. Some people retired, some people students, people with very different backgrounds. But it's amazing that you can have such a varied group and yet this common ground of wanting to work together to improve sustainability and improve quality of life in their community, which I think is really, really special. And so in these sessions, we will have these kind of random breakouts where you get put with a random group of people and you have to figure out what your what you have in common, but there'll also be opportunities to meet with people from either your region or with people who work in the same areas or with the same core interests as you as well. So we sent you the communication information and the Slack platform. And if you haven't used Slack before, it's like a fancy WhatsApp essentially. And that will be a place for you to kind of throw out ideas and help to connect with people with the same interests. And don't worry, there'll be plenty of chances because there's over 400 of you to meet. So there'll be plenty of chances to meet and connect with others in the community.
Okay, so I can invite one more ambassador. I'm really excited to hear more. So maybe I will invite, let me see, someone that, this is interesting. Okay, so Borja.
Hola.
Hello.
Okay. It's well, in my group it was very interesting. We already make few business together. We drink something together and everything. But in real, that was a joke. What I really like, we met Tommy. Tommy is already the third year as an ambassador, and I already made some questions, and he traveled also to the Canary Islands where I live, and was a great energy. We realized that it's bigger every year, and we can work together to make things happen. No, and I hope I can host somehow involve my government and industry and companies to meet you somehow and somewhere in real person. That would be great.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think this is a good testimony from your breakout room. So let me select another ambassador to speak at this stage. Let's say stage. So, okay, I know that this is not. So maybe Philippe. Glad to see you again, Philippe Lamonier.
Hello everyone, happy to be back this year again. So we had a very nice chat with the group, with people from actually throughout the globe, because we had Europe, we had Caribbean, we had the Pacific. So it's always nice to see how, despite being in very different places, being an islander is always like something that connects us because we can share similar challenges and similar ideas. So very interesting group. Or we had India also, someone from India, I forgot. So yeah, that was quite inspiring to see how we can connect everyone from so many different parts and be able to network and connect. And it seemed to me from our conversation that everyone was very motivated to get in and do the job this year. So that's going to be exciting to see what's happening.
Thank you, Philippe. And one more ambassador, one more. I want to hear one more ambassador. So Sigrid. Oops.
Oops. I was just typing something in because, well, first of all, may I all thank you. Thank you. I need to do that, but thank you for this fantastic forum that you are creating as Islands of Innovation. I think it's really, really interesting. And I really think there's so much that we can do if we do it together. We had a really nice group where people from all different type of backgrounds, people were talking one more solutions in solar and in energy side, from different type of islands as well, Trinidad, Tobago, if I say it correct, the Maldives. I heard about plastic pollution, replanting, about waste to energy. And I think it's really, really interesting. And I think one of the challenges that we are seeing in the world now is how we're going to solve these enormous problems we have on the planet in an integrated way. And everybody knows something. And if we can do this together, well, maybe we can make a difference. I hope. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Sigrid. And one more. Okay, one more. The last one. So it will be.
I have someone if you haven't chose someone.
I have one. So
okay.
Nicole Asher.
No, I felt it. I really did. I knew it was coming. Hi, everyone. Nicole, nice to meet you guys. It's been very pleasant, honestly, having been integrated into this group because I wasn't actually sure I was going to make it then. I applied late, so thank you very much for still considering my application, even though I was very late to the party, but I'm very grateful. Like I was telling my group, this is just a very opportune time in my life to have encountered such a group because of the direction that I see my career going and the direction I see my country going. We are trying to really be proactive in the opportunity we've been given. We've just recently acquired some financing to kind of pursue more sustainable practices for our oceans and prioritize ocean conservation and coastal conservation. And I want to kind of prepare myself to be on the front lines of this new challenge and this new opportunity that we've been given. So I've been learning a lot. I look forward to learning a lot from you guys and collaborating. But yeah, looking forward to the year ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, Nicole. Okay, we can finish now, and I will not select another ambassador maybe next time, but I will continue with the presentation because I would like to show you something really interesting that we have this year, and we didn't have the previous years at the ambassador program. So I always receive a lot of emails asking me for links for the materials, presentations, for videos. So this is your place this year where you can find all of the island innovation resources. So you can see here that you can access to the ambassador placard in order to communicate in your personal social media that you are an ambassador from Island Innovation. Then the social cover banners that you can personalize into your social media, your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn pages, press release and acceptance letter. So will available soon. So you can see here that in the coming days, it will be available, and the Zoom background that is really beautiful that I am using today that you can use for the next meetings. The communication channels, so you have the WhatsApp group here, then you have the Slack link and the Zoom one, the ambassadors meetup that you can see here something really interesting that we are live right now, and then the presentation after the call will be available here. Then we have the meetups recordings, and you will find here, and the same for the training sessions, and also the Island Innovation Hub. So this section will be available soon in order to create in-person and maybe hybrid events this year. The certification criteria in order to don't forget what I need to do in order to get the certification. Here is your place, and the social media channels, so Island Innovation channels in order to promote your involvement as an ambassador, the hashtag, our upcoming events. So you can see here, I would like to participate in one of the Island Innovation Ambassador program. Here is your place again, the Island Innovation resources, and of course, this is me, my contact details if you want to click me and send me a message on by email or maybe my LinkedIn account. So time to Q&A. So if you have any questions, James, maybe you.
So I just wanted to add on that page, we will be throwing you a lot of information over the next few weeks. There's a lot of things happening, but treat this as your go-to place for information, and we'll keep adding resources to this area. So the password is in the chat as well, ambassador_2020, and we'll ask you just to obviously keep that within the ambassador network. I'll put that again there. But once so you'll see the password there for those of you asking. But yeah, please bookmark that page, and we'll keep adding resources and information to that. I also just wanted to say, I love this channel. There was a message in the chat from Alejandro saying he's attending this meeting while crossing the Magallanes Strait in a ferry. And if you don't know, that's the southernmost strait in South America, in Patagonia, between Tierra del Fuego and the rest of Patagonia. And so I just thought that was so cool that he's attending this meeting while on the ferry crossing the Strait of Magallanes. And feel free to send us pictures of you joining these meetings in fun places wherever you are in the world. Let's go to questions. I'm sure people have questions about the program, anything that you need clarifying. And I saw Sigrid had put a question further up, which was about contact information for everyone. So we'll start with that. And if you have more questions, you can either raise your hand as a participant to ask it or type it in the chat. So we will not give out a spreadsheet or contact list with everyone's information, just for privacy reasons. The best way to connect with other people is in the Slack channel. So hopefully you'll all be, if you haven't already, you'll be joining Slack. There's a video available that gives you a bit of a guide to it if you've not used it before. And that essentially will allow you to post, who's interested in blue economy or who's interested in whatever topic, who else is here from Jamaica, and then start to connect with people there. And you can message in the group forum, so messages that everyone to see, but you can also do one-on-one messages. So if you want to take a conversation private, you can do that within the Slack channel. So that's going to be the main way you connect with people. And obviously, if you bump into someone in one of the breakout rooms and then you write down their name, you can then go to Slack and catch up with them afterwards. So that's going to be it. We will be, over the course of the next few weeks, facilitating connections for different themes, different topics, and also helping to connect you with people in your region or your islands as well. So we will be doing that over the course of the program, but feel free to initiate conversations yourself.
We will send a post the email materials that where you can find all the necessary information, but and you will find in the website and the password again, so you will receive all of the information. So any other question?
I saw a specific question from Elliot asking about needing help with organizing an event that you're doing, a hybrid event. If it's outside of this program, I won't go into too much detail now, Elliot, but you can message. I put Audrey's contact information and she'd be the person to talk to on that one.
I think I see a question in the chat, James, from someone asking about the Island Finance Forum. Steph McDermott was asking, how can I get involved in the Island Finance Forum?
Great. So any of the events that we've mentioned, they're free to sign up. We'll share a link now in the chat. And, oh, I'm not sure what's happening here.
Yeah, you mentioned that the ambassadors could share where they join the call, so probably that's why.
Okay. Okay, got it. Sorry, Island Finance Forum is free to sign up. Like all of our events, if you've not attended them in the past, we'll put the link in the chat or you can find it on the calendar. And there'll be various different sessions there that you can participate in. That one specifically on finance, but there's various events happening throughout the year. I know we're almost at time, so we'll keep going. We'll go a little bit over, but obviously if you need to leave, please feel free. Thank you everyone for being here, but we'll just stay for a few more minutes in case you have more questions, anyone.
Okay, so let me finish with the last part of the presentation. So sorry about inviting ambassadors to the stage. It was hard. Okay, so the activity for the next meeting for so Aria, are you here in order to explain the activity?
Yes, I am. I haven't gone anywhere. Hi, everyone again. So post-meeting challenge for the first week we have is to have a quick chat with two other ambassadors to network. Again, we mentioned the best way to do this would be, finding other ambassadors through the Slack channel. That link has been shared in the chat, and it will also be shared again via email later this week. And of course, you can find it on the website that we also just shared. And yeah, just connect and get to know someone a little bit more than you would have probably had, time to get to know them in the breakout room. And the second one is we will be sharing a survey, and this will be done before the first training session. And the goal is to help to get to know a little bit more about your island, your community, and the sustainable development goals that are most pertinent to your community, and just getting to know a little bit more about your particular situation and your island community background. So look out for that. We're on sharing that today, but that will come in an email in the coming weeks. So just look out for that.
Thank you, Aria. And final one, our next training session will be on March 2nd, and the time will be 6 p.m. London time, GMT. And in this session, we will invite ambassadors from one ambassador from each of the region to introduce their islands, community, most important sustainable development goals in their community, sustainability challenges faced in your community, and more information. So I will select one ambassador per region, and you have to present it. Nothing
And
else?
I think I just wanted to add on that one. So we did 2 sessions today just for our welcoming open session. In the future, we're just going to do 1 session per time, but we're going to alternate that. So sometimes it will be 9 a.m. for Isabel or 6 p.m. And if it's in the middle of the night for you, don't worry, you don't have to attend, and we'll send out the video. But to make sure to try and be equitable and make sure that all regions can access, we'll alternate that time, and we'll make all of the video recordings available.
Okay,
Hi,
so I will writing my my email in the chat, but okay, so you can let's take a picture, James.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and James, also I see someone in the chat asking, Rosaline is saying, I am hosting the first international fintech forum in Madagascar in 2022. It will be attended by government and civil leaders, and she wants to know, she'd like to invite a representative from Island Innovation to spread
Oh,
the good.
amazing, Rosaline.
So,
Anything
yeah,
like,
so yeah.
yeah, please do share that. You can send it to Isabel, and she'll make sure that the right person on our team has that information. So that sounds great, and looking forward to see how we can support you with that. So with that, it's a photo time. I might have to take a couple, three times, so bear with me. You won't know which one you're in, so you have to smile 3 times. Okay, 3, 2, 1. And again, 3, 2, 1. And the last one, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Thank you all so much for being here. Looking forward to seeing you on Slack and in the next call. Have a wonderful rest of your week.
Bye, everyone. Great to see everyone. Bye.
Bye,
Thank you so much.
adios.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
everyone.
Bye,
everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Love it.
Bye.